Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and after a little bit of a hiatus, dealing with some other stuff, the Halloween and the event is here. I got the All Saints charm. For some reason it went in the direction of Graha. Let's see what that does. Oh, that's nice. Nice little spell effect from the questline. I did that off stream because that questline off stream because I know it's not the most popular thing to do. The quest. So I did that. Took care of that, did some leveling, got from the hunting log, got Nepelled into E5. I will be going back to Black Mage. I just don't want to over level my Black Mage because it doesn't seem to be rounding off like it did in Shadowbringers when I was on Dark Knight. But in any event, if you like what you see at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. That way you know when I go live, because it's always better live. And with that said, let's get into reading what the others have to say. The solution sits ill with me, but if life has taught me anything, it's that there is little to be gained from arguing with Charlans. We must take it upon ourselves to find a better way. Fair enough. Even Wordfree tried to acquiesce to their proposal. Just how do the Charlans intend to transport the nation's entire populace to the moon? Good question. I mean, there's a teleporter in Garlemald, but that means transporting people to Garlemald, and so far as I know, the Charlians don't have airships. Like, we had to get there by boat, and they're very strict about who they let in off the boat. We have no better, safer course of action to offer them than fleeing to the moon. I know this, and yet Reacher and his people love their home. There must be something we can do. That soldier of the Radiant there, if I am not mistaken, he accompanied Ahiwan to Vanaspati. Could it be that he knew Reacher's identity all along? Probably. Probably he did. Under normal circumstances, the forum's proposal would be regarded as sheer madness, but when the sky burns, even madness can sound appealing. Doubtless Reacher is loath to abandon his home, and yet absent other options, he cannot dismiss the option out of hand. True. Sadly, very true. What does the reigning host soldier have to say? I have been entrusted with a message meant for you and your companions. When you are done speaking amongst yourselves, I would share it with you. Okay, so without further ado, let's talk to Alphino. As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nidana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it all? Yikes. No matter what my father and the forum say, giving up and abandoning this place cannot be our only recourse. Yeah. At World's End, the Radiant Host soldier has a message for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Greetings, honored Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Brave Scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Well, that's kind of him. Such are the words of Master Ritra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Myrokos Mehan. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Ah, and you too, Myrokos. There is someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? Okay. A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now. This must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Okay. So what could this be? All right, the Aetheryte is not working. I get to walk. Access to the Aetheryte you see here has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. Fair enough. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune to the Aetheryte before proceeding along the corridor. Oh, I can attune now. Awesome. Far be it for me to refuse an invitation to attune to the Aetheryte. Okay, so now I should... Yeah, I've got access to everything, except for the airship landing, I think. I mean, I've been to the Radiant Host area before, just walking around, mind you. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radzahan's military operations. Sundrop is our destination, lies just ahead. Okay. Whoa. Delegates from all over? Huh. Sorry, I was... Oh, Myrokos, Ishgard remembers. Let there be no doubt, the Fury favors us this day that we may stand in the presence of a true hero. Huh. Okay. So you're the one I've heard so much about. Okay. Doman delegate. To think I would meet a Doma's savior here, in this distant land. The liberator of Alamigo is always a welcome sight. If I can be of service in any way, just ask. Huh. What are they all doing here? Gridanian delegate? Wait, I know you, but forgive me, idle chatter can wait. Okay. Myrokos, we've been waiting for you. Alright, what is this about? Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Wow, the music's loud with this one. Oh, so you're the famous Myrokos TI. I knew at the moment you stepped through the door, you've the look of one who's walked through hell. Well, you could say that. Sir, but please, you are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us. O great champion of Eorzea, sign of the seventh dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. Yeah, but I'm a cat. Cats don't lay eggs. What is this place? Who are you? This talk of eggs, it reminds me I'm late for dinner. Oh. What is this place? I hear you've been to Kugane, where you'll have seen all sorts of foreign embassies and whatnot. Well, we've got them here in Radzatan too. Other lands send delegates to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you are more familiar with each of the nations they represent. Yes? Yeah. We've got representatives from Doma, Ulda, and Alamigo. Oh, that reminds me, I don't have all of my jobs at 85. Lemsa Laminsa. Gridania. And last but never let it be said least, Ishgard. Oh, that's... Is that Mandaloop? Is this the Mandaloop? I think. What an Easter egg that is. I didn't recognize any of the others, but I thought I recognized him. Last but never let it be said least, Ishgard, their eyes and ears and mouths. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radzatan and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a man in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Fair enough, even though I'm late for dinner. Thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. 'Tis contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as the reports of the calamity here in Thavnir reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvos. Okay. Alas, that is of little comfort. All throughout Allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Oh god, they're everywhere. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the Merchant Calls All. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone here if anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Ratzathan, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders are taking measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Each nation has assembled their own group of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us slay the blasphemies that plague our homeland. Oh boy. No, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess widely different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You've gained access to the world quests for Endwalkers. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. I think the only one I don't have at 85 presently is healer. Yeah. Time to take these quests, speak with any of the delegates in Sundrop, and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. Okay, so Gridanya's the tank one. But in any event, pray forgive Sarah about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it's simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions next. Do you know the way to the Mehan? I know Ratzathan like the back of my hand. I have a terrible sense of direction. I know the way. I also attune to the Ether network, or Etherite network here. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of the Radiant Host, I thank you and your friends once more for lending us your strength and courage, lending your strength and courage to Ratzathan in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Ahiwan's legacy and serve Master Vichar well. You have my word that your effort will not be in vain. So I can do these quests, but if they're unlocking this now, then much like Endwalker, where it was immediately available. Not in Orca, this is in Orca's Shadowbringers, where it was instantly available, but there was a point where you had to complete the role quest in order to progress. It's likely a similar system here. I'm kind of curious about the magical DPS, but I might as well finish this bit of the MSQ because they're saying, you know, talk to us afterwards. So go to the Mahon, do that quest bit, and then likely pick up the, since I'm trying to prioritize, oh no, oh crap, I should have spoken with them. Oh well. Welcome. When the satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kalzal from your friend Grahatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Meride's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Piping hot Myrokos chai, a glass of your finest local spirits, water, just water. I think a chai would be nice. As you wish, pray join your friends and I will bring you your drink. Damn it. Can't talk to Ishtola. Should have spoken to them first. How was your meeting with the Radiant? I would love to hear more. Forgive me for not waiting to make a toast. My throat was utterly parched. I know I must eat to regain my strength, but between you and me, I don't have much of an appetite. The threat here has been quelled, but our job's only just begun. I'm overdue for a good meal. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell. Our allies have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details? New cutscene.
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend.
Why, thank you.
May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more. So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Wait. Elidibus was absorbed.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead. Elidibus.
I had a feeling.
Right Horusite at the Crystal Tower back on the first. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. We can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
Oh, so we're going back to the first. It's worth a try. It would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well. Is there truly no other way? I like the middle one.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation.
What revelation?
Yes, so much left for you to see.
See
Where
what?
beginning ends, and end begins.
Okay, well, I suppose I do feel better on a full stomach after all. Burning skies, blasphemies, not if I've got anything to say about it. The final days, how far has the phenomenon spread, and how does it manifest itself in each land? I must reach out to my friends in each nation and find out all I can. Beasts and blasphemies may be running amok in nearby lands outside the influence of Radzat-Han and the Alliance. If so, I may need to go hunting. Also, Estonian's going to deal with the Corvo, anything in Corvos and the like. If the Forum truly has been spurred to action by Hydaelyn's prophecy, then is it not odd that the anti-tower was entrusted to Master Matoya, who bears them no love? No doubt she has a reason for this, and I would know what it is. Indeed. Nothing like a feast to lift the spirits. I trust you enjoyed yourself as well. Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? Yep. Or should be. In that case, it's time we each attended to our tasks, and when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen, tell her I miss her. Should Reen ask questions, don't hide the truth from her. If anything, see if she has any insights to offer. She's not a child in need of protection, but a comrade we should be willing to rely upon, even if a part of me may always beg to differ. And here we are, 86. Okay. So... back here, return to the Crystarium. Grahatia has something he wishes to give you. Take this Myrokos, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower's symptoms in the umbilicus. Even if the smallest fragment of Elidibus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the accessor sensor gate. Yeah. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardships and all. Well, we had best give our best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. Okay, before I do that, I think I want to start one of the role quests. I have a feeling that, yeah, things are going to get pretty hairy, and I know that doing a role quest mingled like this isn't necessarily the best, but I kind of want to do the Ishgard one. The Ishgardian delegate seeks a battle mage with courage unwavering. My Lord Myrokos, I have awaited your coming. The phenomenon wherein men turn into monsters, it pains to say that Ishgard has not been spared. A dread blasphemy has appeared in the Holy See, and to compound the people's horror, the beast resembles a dragon. It is imperative that it be vanquished without delay, and to that end, we have begun assembling a hunting party. Given that fear and despair may turn our allies against us, we are being stringent in whom we choose for this duty. Yet while we have confidence in the quality of our knights, the mission would greatly benefit for the presence of a battle mage, one who can stand unflinching in the face of our fell quarry. We would be hard-pressed to find an individual who fits that description better than you. Would you not lend us your strength and skill? You can count on me. I mean, Ishgard's practically my home. Now, I'm still salty that we haven't seen our room inside, Portal Manor. Like, remember all the way back in Heavensward where Count Edmond said that he had prepared rooms for us, but then Alphinaud said, no thank you, we had best be on our way. I really needed a nap at that point, and would have liked to have seen it, and given the fact that we have the Andron, which is de facto inn, but functions as our private quarters, more or less, in Sharlayan, and we certainly have our private suite in the Crystarium, which functions as the inn, as a matter of game function, but technically in the lore is our apartment in the Crystarium. it would be nice if they were to go back and add that into House Fortal. And then, of course, if you need more space than that, you know, essentially just replicating the fixed in space within House Fortal. It certainly would, if you're going through Heaven's Ward, MSQ, make more sense to have a room like that than to use the default inn, which it took me a little while to figure out where that was before we reach that point in MSQ. If memory serves, it's been so long. It just feels that way. Yeah, so they have the general inn for travelers, but then we should have our own private rooms in Fortal Manor. Good. Good. We are in your debt. Just a moment while I relay the glad tidings to command. And being level 86, actually, I should be able to do the first 2, assuming there's 1 per level. It's like there was 70, 72, 74, 76, I think 70, 78, and then 80. There were 6 or so, if memory serves. I can double check that. To settled upon arriving in Ishgard, please please take yourself to the Aetheryte Plaza. Lord Arturo will be there to receive you. May the Fury speed your way. Okay? And you know what? That cutscene with Aaronville, he was in Ishgard. So doing the Black Mage one actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, here I am. And here's our trial. Long time no see. Myrokos, I've been expecting you. Words cannot well express how heartening it is to have you fighting besides us. Allow me to echo that sentiment. Amarek! Oh, hey! The last time we spoke in private, really, was when I announced we had a cure for tempering. I do believe. Greetings, my friend. Lest you wonder, Lord Artwell and I are leading the effort to deal with the blasphemy with your capable self in the fold. I have no doubt that we shall succeed. Without further ado, I shall brief you on the situation. 'Twas a handful of days after the first beasts appeared in Radzat-Han. I was so glad. Oh, I am so glad that that I chose this one first, because I was curious about the cutscene where Aaronville spotted, I think, this man, or at least someone similarly dressed. An Elzen man was observed at the Hoplon in the pillars, walking with an unsteady gait. All of a sudden, he buckled over as if in pain, and before anyone knew what was happening, he had transformed into a terrible draconic beast. But didn't Aaronville spot him near the inn? Near the Forgotten Knight? And he collapsed there. So I guess he got back up and Aaronville left him on his way and then he collapsed again? Huh. Oh, the heavens, the dragon song music. Oh, this takes me back. Oh. Oh, this is a big member-berry moment. Oh. At the mere sight of this, many who chanced to be present also turned, and regrettably, the Temple Knights were forced to put them down. The blasphemy itself, however, took wing and fled. Profane Fafnir. Wait a minute. Isn't there a Fafnir void dragon in Eureka? Animos? Okay. Anyway, Profane Fafnir, we have chosen to call it after the dragon man of Ishgardian myth. Huh. Since that day, the beast has oft been sighted in the skies above Ishgard. It does not attack, only circles menacingly for a time, ere disappearing again. Alas, these brief visitations are enough to cause more people to turn, and for fear and panic to spread further. As part of our investigation, we have sought to identify the man who became the blasphemy, and thus far we have learned naught. We have, however, identified a common thread between those who subsequently turned. All were people of fervent faith, people such as priests and inquisitors. The clergy are turning? Huh. When the truth of our nation's history was laid bare, the legitimacy of the church was called into question. Many Ishgardians struggled to reconcile the revelations with their beliefs, and none more so than the pious. Such men and women, we posit, would be more susceptible to despair and therefore the transformation. We must find a way to stop it. Ishgard has only just emerged from a 1,000-year war, and we cannot suffer another great tragedy, much less so soon. True enough. True enough. In order to attain a better understanding of the situation, we intend to speak with a member of the clergy. The sole individual who survived witnessing the blasphemy's birth without being turned. Clem is his name, and he is a deacon at St. Ramenos Cathedral. Come, let us seek him out there at once. Okay. Okay, here he is, Deacon Clem. Let us see what he can tell us. Not so very long ago, few would have imagined Ishgardian knights marching beyond the bounds of their own dominion, but we have ventured into the heart of Garlemald and fought for no less than the fate of the world itself. Our nation has changed and continues to do so. Okay? Lord Emeric, Lord Artorel, and the Savior of Ishgard besides. You do me great honor. I am Clem, and I serve as deacon here at St. Ramenos Cathedral. I understand you were among those at the Hoplon when the incident occurred. We give thanks to the Fury for your merciful preservation. We now seek to prevent the blasphemy from wreaking havoc further, and would appreciate any details you can provide. Loath that we are to make you recall unpleasant memories, will you not recount to us what you witnessed that day? Very well. We are presently relocating the vault's libraries to the cathedral. In case you were unaware, we had finished delivering a batch of tomes and were on our way to bring over another. As we approached the hop-on, we noticed a young man walking unsteadily. No sooner had he come to an abrupt halt than he transformed into a draconic beast. The fiend fixed us with a menacing glare, and it was all we could do to find our wits and flee. But to my compounding horror, my brethren who were with me began turning into monstrosities as well, one after another. Praise the fury that you at least were spared, Deacon Clem. I cannot imagine how frightening the experience must have been. Who's this? Oh no, not an Inquisitor. Not another one, or... Is that the same Inquisitor that, exiled the one from the... God, I'm spacing his name. From the, from within the Hildebrand Heavensward questline? Bishop Vartenois. Forgive me if I interrupt. I was informed that our stalwart protectors were present and wished to express my gratitude. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your service. I pray that we shall soon be free of this scourge. Indeed, if there is aught we might do to aid your efforts, you need but say it. You are most kind, Your Grace. I must say I like the fact that my armor is glowing in such a dark space that gives a nice silhouette. I wonder what it would take to make that. And that was Bishop Vartenois, the head of Saint Raymonos and a member of the Synod. With the seat of the Archbishop vacant, he is in effect the highest authority in the Asgardian Orthodox Church. This is so, yet in spite of his elevated station, he remains as kind and humble a man as any I have ever known. Like his grace, I would do all that I can to help shepherd our people through this uncertain time. To that end, there is a request I would make of you, if you can spare a moment to consider it. Very well. Of course, if it is within our power, we should be glad to offer you aid. Thank you. What manner of request could this be? His tone bespeaks urgency. The deacon was no less terrified by the blasphemy than his peers, yet he alone did not turn. By what grace was he spared? Good question. In the wake of the transformations, a group of clergymen fled the city in fear. Yet though they sought refuge in the wilderness, they put themselves at the mercy of the elements and fell fiends both. Given that the cause of the transformation is not clear, I think theirs was a decidedly unwise decision. I wish to set out and find them, but I am not trained in the ways of war. As such, I require those who are to accompany me in the search. So that is the way of it. Suffice it to say, we will help. Do you know whither your fellows may have headed? The Western Highlands, I believe, between Gorgane Mills and Hemlock. There is no shortage of abandoned dwellings in the area. Very well, time being of the essence, I propose we split up and scour separate areas. Myrokos, if you could escort the good deacon to Gorgane Mills, Lord Ortwell and I will tend to Hemlock. Okay. Oh no, I didn't want to come here. Sorry. Sky Steel Manufactory. Yeah, I've still got some job quests to do for some of my other jobs. But those can wait. This one takes precedent. Oh, I found a few. That you should choose to abide in such harsh conditions. You! Ah, I see you found them. Yes, and none the worse for wear, thank the Fury. My friends, forgive us if we have given cause for alarm. We come out of concern for your well-being. Though we understand why you quit the city, we fear you may have placed yourself at greater risk by coming here. His Grace, Bishop Vartanois II, worries for your health and prays for your swift return. So please, will you not allow us to escort you to the Holy See? I assure you, you will be much safer there than in this wretched place. Servants of the Fury will never be safe in the city, don't you see? Why? This is your fault. You and your accursed revolution. The people disdain us, mock us behind our backs, and spit in our faces. And now someone is conspiring to transform us into monstrosities. Enemies of the church, I'll wager, emboldened by your deeds. So no, I will not go back to Ishgard. I'd sooner freeze to death than suffer your pity. Oh no. What? He's turning. All I have ever done was in service to her. I am a good man. I do not, she cannot forsake me. Helone preserve. And off it goes. Myrokos, we cannot allow him to harm any others. Give chase and do what you must. We will remain here and keep the others calm. Very well. Do not worry about us. See to the beast. It cannot have gone far. Deacon Clem, please do what you can to reassure them. Yes, of course. All shall be well, my friends. Come join me in prayer. How long has it been since I've been in this zone? Outside of grinding crystals for my for the Shadowbringer's relic weapon, of course. Huh. Strange, you know, it's strange it doesn't instantly dissolve. But, oh well. What of the beast? It's dead. All shall be well, my friends. Come join me in prayer. Is it done, Myrokos? It is. Regrettably. My thanks. What happened is most regrettable, but we must be grateful that no one else came to harm. While you were gone, the deacon was able to convince the others to return to the city. Let us escort them back at once and then reconvene at the congregation to consider our next course of action. I have not been in the congregation for a while. This is a major throwback to Heaven's Ward. For our purposes, we have the use of the strategy room. Announce yourself to the guard without, and he will show you in. Okay? I'm gonna be lazy and teleport. Why waste minutes flying back when I can just teleport instantly? Temple Night Guard. It's been, the last time I spoke with him was during 3-point X during the Heaven's Ward patch content stuff. Wow. Lord Emmerich and Artorel await you within the strategy room. Will you be joining them now? Yes. Okay. Here we shall discuss our plans to deal with blasphemy. Whensoever you wish to enter, you need but say so to the guard. Okay? Lest you wonder, we have taken the clergyman to St. Raymonos to rest and recover. If truth be told, the thought that they may still succumb to despair in turn remains at the forefront of my mind. Yet the risk would be greater still were we to keep them at arm's length and deny them the comfort of the church. Indeed, from the words he spoke, that Inquisitor yearned for the days of old. Yet when he had power, he and others like him can scarcely be blamed. Since the truth of the nation's founding and the Archbishop's machinations were made public knowledge, the Church has been in turmoil. Though we have made great strides in separating religion and state, there has been far less progress in the reformation of the Church. For our faith has been everything to us, our purpose, our comfort. 'Tis not an easy thing to reconcile one's beliefs with the betrayal of our spiritual leaders. Well, that's what you get when you have spiritual leaders who are also the heads of state. And also the body of government. Thus torn between their hearts and minds, many Ishgardians feel lost, and none more so than members of the clergy whose faith was once unshakable. Little wonder then that the most dedicated and devout are like to turn. So it seems, but further investigation is needed ere we draw a definite conclusion. With the war's end, Ishgard has set out on a new path. The choices we make now shall determine our course for the future. Come what may, we dare not squander the chance we have fought so hard to attain. Once the returned clergymen have sufficiently calmed down, I shall have the deacon speak with them, that we might gain insight into their individual plights. Good. Meanwhile, I shall take the opportunity to brief my men on recent developments. Pray take a moment's rest, my friend. You have earned it. When you are ready to continue our work, you may seek us out here. Well, since I'm 86, might as well continue. No forgiveness, no deliverance. Our trial is eagerly awaiting Deacon Clem's report. Ah, Myrokos, your timing could not be better. Deacon Clem has finished speaking with the rescued clergyman and will be here shortly to share his findings. Lord Emmerich, too, is on his way. Let us wait for them. You know, since I got my summoner up to 90 through level 90, the level cap through PvP, I could probably do this entire quest line right now. But then I'd get no XP, so stay on Black Mage. Deacon Clem, we thank you for making the inquiries on our behalf. There was no imposition in the least. As I said, I am glad to do all I can. So 'tis our understanding that those we escorted back were all close acquaintances of the Inquisitor who turned. Like him, they too had been the subject of harassment by certain quarters of the populace. Is this correct? It is, I am afraid. And they are far from alone. Men of the cloth were once afforded respect and deference as servants of Helone, but now they are openly reviled by many. That's very unfortunate. We were complicit in perpetuating terrible lies. This is true, but we too were misled. We too are victims, yet we were regarded by some as criminals. Well, the clergy in Heaven's Ward, can you really blame the populace for feeling that way, especially the people of the Broom? Because the clergymen, especially the Inquisitors, had like nigh unchecked power. And like they could see you eating a slice of toast, and if you weren't eating it exactly the way they liked it to their satisfaction, they'd accuse you of heresy and have you executed. You know, the punishment certainly did not meet the crime, assuming for the moment that there was indeed a crime, which more often than not there wasn't. So you can't really blame the populace for regarding you guys as criminals, especially when you had so many bad apples succumb to their lust for power. Huh. Well do I understand the people's anger, but it saddens me to think that they would thus lash out at their fellow man, especially when we need solidarity most of all. Though I can imagine your plight, I would not presume to fully grasp your pain. Would you tell us of the challenges you and yours have had to face since the war's end? Like all sons and daughters of Ishgard, we dreamed of peace in our lifetime. But now that it has come, we find we have little cause to rejoice. Our faith has long been the foundation of our lives, and overnight that foundation has been crippled by fractures, beyond repair for some. To learn that we had been deceived and that we had unwittingly deceived others in turn was devastating. We who had once been shepherds to men found themselves lost lambs, bereft of surety and wanting for guidance. We have languished in darkness, all of us. Yet I have faith that the Church will redeem itself, that it will find a new path, and again become a beacon of hope for the people. I see. Thank you for sharing with us your testimony. Sharing with us your testimony has confirmed our suspicions. According to our allies, that which causes people to turn is none other than their despair and anguish. If it wasn't before, 'tis now abundantly clear why members of the clergy are among the transformed. That you did not, I believe, is due to your unwavering faith in the church. In light of this, we would ask for your continued cooperation. Of course, anything to help my brethren. Now that we have established the cause, that leaves us with the mystery of profane Fafnir's identity. The progenitor of these troubles, could he too have been a man of the cloth? From what I recall of his garb, I doubt it. He was dressed in the common fashion and inadequately against the cold besides. 'Tis said that something of the individual may remain in the blasphemy, influencing its behavior. If we can determine what instincts drive profane Fafnir, we may learn who it once was, and this knowledge, I believe, will prove pivotal in our efforts to stop it. Deacon Clem, we ask that you reach out to your fellow clergymen. Please do what you can to ease their anxieties. Understood. As I have ever done, I shall provide what comfort I can for those in need. Meanwhile, we must make it a priority to identify the blasphemy. To that end, I would seek out more eyewitnesses. The Hoplon is a busy place at any given time. Some ordinary citizens are bound to have been present at that as that tragic event unfolded. I propose we make inquiries in the pillars. If you could attend to the Hoplon, Lord Artwarel and I will look in the surrounding areas. Oh, Handaloop's here. Different haircut. I could have sworn it was him, but different haircut. So someone similar, but not him. Yeah, maybe he was handpicked by Handaloop. I don't know. Oh well. My mistake. But it was nice fighting him. It was a good fight. Good to fight him in the Shadowbringers not Shadowbringers, the Stormblood quest line. I'm kind of curious. Let's see, alright, my retainers should be finished, yep. No, 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 I don't want that. No, 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 no. I want quick exploration. No, I don't. I'm not in the inn, so I can't cast glamours. Okay. I'm just curious to see if either Artwell or Amok is somewhere around here. Nope. Maybe they're up closer to the Hoplon, even though I have the charge of checking the Hoplon. They may be in some of the other more adjacent areas. Why is it that House Durandar has a larger manor than Fortal Manor? Then again, maybe their manor goes down vertically due to its positioning, similar to Highland Art. Because, I mean, you have all of this structure. It's a literally layer upon layer city, so it's plausible that, Well, here's the Hoplon. Spirited citizen, okay. The dragon that appeared at the Hoplon, I saw it with my own eyes. One moment in Elizon, the next a terrible beast. He was a heretic, I take it. That dragon was massive, let me tell you. I didn't know heretics could transform into something so big. Well, it makes sense that he would think erroneously that it was a heretic, because the heretics, not that they really should be called that anymore, they partook of dragon's blood. And then we're able to transform into dragons. Yeah, I wasn't present for the incident at the Hoplon, but a young man poorly dressed for the cold, that I did see. I recall him well because an aide from St. Vendros was searching for him. He was a patient at the infirmary and by coincidence had the same name. They had the same name? Oh, here they are. I have this area well in hand. I pray you make inquiries on the Hoplon. There are bound to be others who witnessed the transformation. We have but to find them. Okay, so I'll catch up with you guys after I check on this last lead. Yeah, the housing here is kind of awkward. Like you have, okay, Highland Art and Fortal Manor are mirror images of each other. No, I didn't see that dragon, nor would I have wished to, frightful as it sounds. They say it wasn't a Dravanian attack, but if not, then what was it? Whatever that beast was, I pray I never have to lay eyes upon it. I'd sooner forget it was ever here. A fair reaction from most. Were you able to learn anything? Yeah, a little. There you are, Myrokos. Did your search yield any fruit? They think it might be a Dravanian attack, but it's a patient from the Firmament's infirmary. I didn't know it was from the Firmament, but okay. Among those with whom I spoke, one claims to have witnessed an individual fitting that description, a man walking in a stupor who did not seem to feel the cold. If he had wandered straight out of the infirmary, it would explain his state of attire. Yes, I dare say we have found our blasphemy, but to think that his name should be Vindra. Tis the name of, tis the same as that former Heavensward commander Sir Vendro de Rochemond, for whom the infirmary is named. Sir Vendro, however, retired from his station at a ripe old age some years ago. Does not like to have been him. In any case, we have a lead. I shall head to the infirmary at once. Pray wait for me in the broom. Okay, the stairs are here. I may as well go down. Oh, it can go into the proving ground. Huh. That's a separate thing. I may try that another time. When will they actually update this? Like, during Heavensward it's fine, but those poor people have been breaking the same rock for presumably years. When will they update that? Lord Artral should not be long. Let us wait here. This is Leverick, the aide who was in charge of Vindro. Have you found him? Oh, please say you have. We have not, I am afraid, but we seek to, and hope that you can tell us more about him. May we ask how he came to be at the infirmary? He was found by a patrol in the Central Highlands after being treated for his hurts. He was brought to us for convalescence. Being in the prime of his years, he had been doing well, but then... Prime of his years. By all accounts, he is no old man. It seems safe to assume this isn't Sir Vindro. Oh no, he's definitely a different person, as I told Lord Otwell. And though he gave his name as Vindro, he seemed rather confused, and we had no means to confirm his identity. In his state, he shouldn't be wandering about on his own. Please, you must find him. The man who recently turned into a beast at the Hoplon. We regret to say it may have been Vindro. Yeah. What? No, how can this be? Is there aught else you can tell us? Things he may have said or done while in your care? While he was still unconscious, he would often ramble. Though most of it was incoherent, he mentioned the Archbishop many times. The Archbishop? Oh, and he spoke of a bishop too. Bishop Vartanois. The same bishop we met earlier? I assume he was a pious man, given this. I see. Thank you for your cooperation. We will continue our investigation, and should we confirm what became of Vindra, inform you forthwith. Let us return to the congregation for now. Okay, I need to do that. Who could this Vindro be? Good question. The mystery remains, but we are one step closer to identifying the man who became profane Fafnir. Indeed, though he did not at first appear to be a member of the clergy, his words betray a fervent faith. And how curious that he should speak not only of the Archbishop, but Bishop Vartanois specifically. Perhaps he was personally acquainted with his grace. In light of the possibility, I believe we should speak with him directly. Agreed. I will request an audience, but His Grace has many demands upon his time. It may be a while before we are seen. And here we leave the quest line for now. Should you have other business, pray feel free to attend to them. In the meantime, yeah, I gotta get back to MSQ. Wait, what? Oh. I can do it. Oh, because it's because I've got a level 90 character. I was surprised at that. Well, I'll come back to that. I don't want to waste the XP. In any event, back to the MSQ and to speak with Lena. Constellation. I must say, I'm kind of attached to the Crystarium. Kind of attached. I like the fact that even in my bed now people look down at me, so they look at me in the face. Okay. Myrokos, you are returned. Yep. Have you been well, you and the others? As well as can be. We've no shortage of troubles, but we're well enough. For glad am I to hear that. I trust my lord is enjoying himself. He said this to you? These exact words? Mm-hmm. Oh, to know that he is happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Myrokos, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself, futile a request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. Well, that's good to hear. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our lord. No one could. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomenon? Yeah, like the sky turning red and going ablaze, people transforming into beasts, not Sen Eaters, mind you, but something else. No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Reen came back and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. So she knows, or at least has a suspicion. Interesting. She and other Crystarium youths just hosted a festival, you see. I am so glad I did, Eden. Oh man, I missed the festival. Oh, but then again, I've been busy. It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? Of course. She's practically a scion. You wish to enter the Myrokos? Very well, I shall fetch the key at once and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say? I will be along as soon as I can. Okay. If the Oxark ever worries for Captain Lena, tell him to rest easy. We're all looking after her as she looks after us. Huh. It feels like only yesterday that she came to me, an untested recruit. Now she is in all ways a dependable comrade. At risk of sounding like an old man, it is a joy to watch young ones come into their own. I cannot help but wonder if the Exarch felt this way as he watched over us. Huh. I assume you're speaking about Captain Lena. Looks like the kids are over there. I think those are them. Okay, need to go this way. I can use the etherite. Oh. Is it... Did I use the right? No. I think I hit the wrong one. This is not where I want to be. Cabinet of Curiosity. Yeah, I hit the wrong one. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. I am not queued for anything. So, let's get going. But nice of them to put that warning there, because otherwise you could incur penalties. Just like the, unlocking the firmament. Did my old eyes deceive me? Is that truly Myrokos, huh? That log! Hey. Huh, it is! Full glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the Flood to the Knight's return. There, you mentioned that to me the last time we spoke. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest your existence and deeds. Okay. There is no end to the questions I would ask, but if you could indulge me for just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Oh god, this is a full member berries. You get to call back your favorite or least favorite moments in this case. Titanium, Vothri, Hades. This may come as a surprise, but... Huh. Titanium wasn't really a problem. Annoying, but not a problem. Vothri... Vothri... Again, similarly, Hades, on the other hand, he was a bit tough, although I was able to navigate the... I'll go with Hades. Yes, Hades. He sought to resurrect his ancient brethren. He was the final obstacle in your quest to restore the night. Your battle in the depths of the Tempest, the stuff of epics. Yet compelling as it is, I worry that mere words wouldn't do justice to that fateful confrontation. Not that we would think to admit it entirely, of course. No, at the very least, we will impress upon readers that it was the climax of your hero's journey. I know you'd love to talk his ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmore won't collect themselves. Of course, of course. Afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Till next time then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexert himself again and again till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Oh, it's the kids. Remember the kids that we had to babysit that one time? I remember. It's him. It's really him. What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Riki. You'd only give him a stomachache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. Well, sadly, you've just missed him. He's gone to fetch some documents. One of the guard, finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know that I want to be a mage, Arkil, isn't sure. This is Arkil. He's the one who was in the final cutscene asking us how we got so strong. Yeah. While I know that I want to be a mage, Arkil isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe or the sword or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. No, not him. Yeah, he isn't here? No. Why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkil best? Axe, sword, or bow? For smiting your opponent, the axe. For protecting your friends, the sword. For fighting and hunting both, the bow. I'll go with the axe. The axe? If you took out the axe, you could be just like Ardbert, the Warrior of Light. Yep. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. And while I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Oh, I'd crush you. Unless I decided to go easy. Yes. Yeah. This is Member Berry's done right. Huh. Such fun he's been having basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. But does he spare a thought for me? Of course not, hmm? Oh no. I waited and I knew it was, him. Beowulf. I waited and waited and waited, but he won't so much as acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Cold and cruel and heartless. Sorry, I couldn't resist emulating the voice line. Feoul, I need you. Oh, faithful Feoul, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. Don't you have more important things to do, your majesty? Yeah. If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though for there to be a next time, you've some struggles to overcome. Oh, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? Yeah. How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Well, I'm surprised you didn't let everyone else know. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Feyfolk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow, such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain, by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. I see. But here though, here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits at Tale's End. There they are. But where's Gaia? I thought she was never too far from Gaia these days. My apologies for the delay. Myrokos, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I'll leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus. You may enter at your leisure. Thank you, Captain. You know, I do like the fact that for these sorts of quests that you're locked in first person perspective, like you are waiting there. That's such a nice little touch. In any event, Rain, how have you been? I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that. I am the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Hydaelyn. Never once heard her call. Even so, I have always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. So she saw it too. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Myrokos, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amarat has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the first. So don't worry about us. Please, look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. Now we'll hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. Hope upon a flower, green wears a look of steely resolve. You're headed to the Umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena, decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again, I'm certain of it. We've lived through the flood and the tyranny of the Light Wardens. We're survivors, do what you need to do, and know that we will too. They really built a lot of this place underground, which makes sense if they're trying to hide. We're trying to hide from the Light Wardens. But even they need sun to let the sun shine in. Let me free up some of my inventory space by selling some of this stuff. Since I'm here, let me also just check. It hasn't yet occurred. The reset hasn't occurred, so... gonna regret doing that, but oh well. I really have missed the Crystarium. It's so good to be back. Ah, Master Myrokos, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I'll show you to the ocular. It's like we never left. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that hit me. Ooh, that was a good member berry moment. It was like we had never left. Last to arrive and can get on to work, except, of course, well, Reen is here, but all the others are still on the source.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. You. Why have you awakened me?
Because I need your help.
I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all. So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days.
So Van Daniel knew about the
inherited that noble
celestial
soul,
sphere. Huh.
How different this last incarnation. So consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place.
A place?
A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment.
But at what cost?
Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
As if we have a choice.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the Ocula. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence.
What?
Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act?
It's one thing to say this is the last thing that you will do, and then I will not help you anymore, or I will be unable to help you, but I'll continue to exist. But say final act is in clear finality, nothing more. That is a little startling. But yeah, you did say
Your
that.
Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Hydaelyn, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
No pressure. Whoa. Well, I really am small. I mean, when that Phantom Emeraldine said, "Oh dear children, what are you doing out here?" he wasn't kidding. Um. Hmm. Okay. The man stands dutiful by the Aetherite-like device. The guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elizabeth warned, it appears your farm is intangible. I gotta wonder though, have we got any new titles? Creatures Valiant, I thought so. I like to update my... Oh, yeah, really childlike. Good heavens, I mean... Only my weapon barely comes over, like my ears that don't even reach the top of this. Good heavens. The device is reminiscent of an Aetherite. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune to the device. You can only assume it operates differently. The remarkably large man wears a black robes and half mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Amarat. It would seem you have made it to your destination. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities. Oh my. But the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. Wow. We are desperate for attention. Nothing over here. This is the right place, yes. Propylion. Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propylion. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but it feel nothing, and it seems neither does she. Very well, let's wait a while. Certainly similar architecture to Amarat, yet the color scheme seems a little different. Just a little. No, don't proceed to the ocular. I don't want to proceed to the ocular. I went the wrong way. I need to... Okay, so that's where I leave. Then here, sturdy door. Oh my. Yeah, definitely didn't see anything like this in Amarat. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it? Cutscene.
And here we are, Elpis.
Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
It's him.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Oh, it's Hades. It's M
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
What a riot. Hey. Hey, it's Emmett Silk.
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
What? Oh! Rude!
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Okay. Why am I getting a loading screen?
You may open your eyes.
Okay. I'm solid now. Okay.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings. I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
I knew it was Hythlodaeus.
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation 14.
Sulking beside. Of course he'd do
How might we
that.
address you, my new friend? A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here. You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I seek a man named Hermes. I want to learn about Elpis. Ooh. Both of these are good options. I seek a man named Hermes. I want to learn... I'm kind of curious about Elpis. So... I'll go with Elpis.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
Right you are.
Oh, how little they know.
Given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here. Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge. Elpis.
Fog! Oh, come on! I mean, it's still beautiful, but fog? Really?
This presence.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
That's for me to know and you to find out. Why did it have to be foggy? I can't help the weather. Or, no, it's Fair Scott. Why was it? It must have switched over to. The cutscene may have been foggy, but now it's got. Ooh, this is nice. Yay! Okay. But we must talk to Emmett Selk at every opportunity. We are not wasting this. In case you don't know, it's rude to stare. Stop. Okay. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of the process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Okay, he hasn't said anything new. Ataluda Hunt. Pithodeus is looking you up and down. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Salk wishes to keep a low profile for his errand, so, do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. Wasn't I given a basic concept, in the false Amarant? No? In that case, Emmett Salk? No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of ether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. This is beautiful. I wish I had this thing for the cutscene, but this is beautiful. To be sure. Oh dear. And I'm on the path! Okay. Be that way. Yeah. Ran out. Emmett Salk? No means no! Just be grateful I'm even willing to wait. He's a riot. Yes, these creatures should suffice. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 petalodi. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your ether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the Petalote first. Good luck. Not enough, then. No means no. Okay, yeah. You've got the Petalote? Come, let us see. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely, and now for a spot of reversion. Reversion? It's nothing fancy, but then we're not trying to stand out. You're turning living beings into clothing just like that. Won't someone be angry with us for using these creatures? Well, not just like that. You need to revert them to their constituent ether first. Lest you wonder why I asked for 2 species, it's due to the difference in the etheric balance. Blending them allows to produce a garb with superior etheric stability. Well and good to disguise and educate, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point. But at the very least, it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. And you were the one who asked for that, Hades. Emmett Silk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say you are a familiar. The question is, whose? Ah, of course, Azim's. If you say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of the doubt or for any and all outlandish behavior. Exploiting our associate's absence. Is he, though? For lack of his presence, absolutely. Were he here, he'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. Oh, we get glam. Sophist robes, sophist hoodie, sophists, Hypodema. Okay, so we're gonna... You know, I like this glam, but I'm gonna have to make a change. Sorry. Okay. Let's say I think it was the feet. Yeah, just those three. One moment, I think my cat may have shut herself in the room. And I'm back. As dubious as it is, passing you off as Azim's familiar is probably the best approach. Should he take offense that others so readily believe his recklessness is to blame, he is welcome to mend his ways. Okay. Pass as a child in your original size? I think not. Augmented or no, your ether is still far too thin to be considered normal. Okay, in search of Hermes, Hethedeus is ready to continue on if you are. If you are ready, let us continue along the path to Anagnoros. Blah. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. So I got this glam. Okay. Oh, wait. Is this... There's something I need to check. Zeus. That's... Zeus stars. What about... Ooh, I'm here. But those are too far away. Bear with me. I'm just going to, explore around. Ah. Okay. See if I go to this. 5 each. Okay. I'll get back to the quest marker. Oh, it's the unicorn thing. I have the unicorn amount. Sadly, I think that rare one is too far away. Sadly. Okay. Well, let me just... 332 yalms north. Etherite. Must attune. Can I? This one looks like I can attune to it. Weird that this one's different from the others. That the other one there was different. Unless it's... Ah, there it is. Why am I getting these law vibes from this place? It's probably up there, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably up there. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be something up here. No, there's another etherite. Can I get over there? I'm just trying to see if I can get currents and stuff. I know following the MSQ does that for you, but... if there's one over here... and yeah, I'm helping my botanist and not another job, but, all the safer for moving around and not pulling every creature in sight, I suppose. 73 yoms east. Ah, there it is. I had a feeling there'd be one here. It had the look of it. So this place is Alpes. It certainly is beautiful. And there's another one. I have a feeling I'm going to be back over here. I've got a feeling since these currents are placed along with the MSQ. But I can't help myself. Must get currents. Okay, that would be the one that's up there. Is there anything else over here? Or any other currents, rather? I'm not so certain that there is. Yeah, it's just growing larger and larger. That value is anyway. I think I've got. Yeah. Okay, back to the others. It's become cloudy. Oh well. It was beautiful while it lasted. And it still is beautiful. I must say it's kind of weird running a bed on the ground like this. It should be up in the air. But oh well. I haven't earned my flying just yet, so I guess it makes sense. Oh my god, okay, this is 86. I was worried that I was on Black Page and nearly. Okay, back to Black Mage. Still almost there. I was wondering what she was examining, but it seems to be the bush itself. Let's see if this observer knows Hermes' whereabouts. Yes, can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Well now, by your mask, I assume you are one of the 14? I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. Shh. Your discretion in the matter would be greatly appreciated. I see, I see. My lips are sealed. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hythlodaeus, while I have never met Hermes, you know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emmett Salk and I can discern the color of souls. By this same token, we can also see ether quite keenly and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I thought that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We are here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Alpus and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment, like as not, but point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. Okay? So you know, it's because we're in Alpus that we don't have our cowls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let us find our man. And I've got 5 more left. I may have to forego the robes throughout all of this. I only donned it as he said pools. Tending to a unicorn is not a pool. A pool. Unless there's one over here. There is one over here. I think I found him at one of the other ones, unless there's a... No, there's a plants. This is a pool. Huh. Is it that Kite Sith? What? Kite Sith. What's Kite Sith doing here? Was Kite Sith It's Kite Sith. Oh my goodness. Well, found them. They have such funny faces. It's the ambastoma. I got the big stuffed amostoma and neck pillow from FanFest merch. Couldn't resist. I only know the name from that, by the way.
Huh. You are...
Oh.
Hmm?
Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be... Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
Ah, I see you found him.
Hythlodaeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You are of the convocation.
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention.
Yeah, she's
Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An ambystoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Mitron created a sky-swimming fish. The ambystomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree.
Although whales are mammals.
They can come down safely, however. Excuse me.
I'll help too.
Huh. Interesting.
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
The ambystoma was submitted to the Bureau not long ago, I am pleased to see it has found its way here. We'll make sure these little ones don't wander off like their adventurous fellow. Go on and lend Hermes a hand. The tenet of the words of Mitron is to create aquatic life both unique and beneficial. Aquatic. What would possess them to put this creature in the sky? And is it even aquatic to begin with? So the words of Mitron are in charge of aquatic life forms, okay? This was the tree that was dead center, but not... okay, over here. Uh-oh. Hermes is stuck. Hermes, are you alright? It seems Hermes and Mitron have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an ambystoma. Yet though it has been safely extracted from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The ambystoma. Hermes saw it right up saw it high up the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slept. Do you need a hand? Everything is under control, I trust. Yes, rest assured this is nothing new to me. I've ended up in far more compromising positions in the course of my work. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Okay. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Mitron. Both you and, Myrokos, you are called. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I had forgotten all about its fellows. The others are looking and after them. Truly? What a relief. I must thank Emetsalk and Hithodeus when I return to them, but first, with the distractions out of the way. As Chief Overseer of Alpus, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. The ambassador stares at you unflinchingly, as if regarding something novel. Regarding it in turn, you notice it appears to be floating ever so slightly. I'm glad they're safe, Hermes and the ambastoma. Ponder, warrant, cherish, welcome. Having found the wayward ambastoma, Hermes is the picture of relief. While we mustn't keep the others waiting, let us return to Anagnosis. It's just cloudy now. I have a feeling I'm going to need to clear out some inventory. Gemstone trader, but I can get to them later. Perhaps it's only your imagination, but something in the creature's demeanor bespeaks proud defiance for having gone on an adventure. Okay. Some creations stay outside, others stay at Katisis, like the ambastomas. Then why are they out here? 'Twas blissfully uneventful in your absence. The little ones were on their best behavior. No more errant creations to distract us from matters of actual import, I trust? Nope. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the ambastomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well, take care not to let the creatures slip away again. So, okay. Would you be attending as well? If so, you should join the others at the building, okay? What is the gemstone trader doing here? I've decided to open a shop to keep my little creation fed. My wondrous wares can be yours for the right amount of bicolored gemstones. Okay. I already attuned. Yep. While Emitsuck has been accommodating thus far, he is the one who has business with Hermes. If you wish to attend, you will have to ask his permission. Okay. Ooh, there are stairs. What's up the stairs? Okay, a couple of doors.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins. What? Will I have to remove you by force?
I have important things to say to him as well. There are reasons I cannot speak freely.
Yes, I'm sure your business with Hermes is quite pressing. You may speak with him to your heart's content after ours is concluded.
I do not object to his attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe he can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the star?
Hmm?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Forgive me, I will make it up to you, I promise. Don't mind us, my friend. Please tend to Meteion. Most would jump at the chance to serve the convocation. And yet... Indeed, why is Hermes hesitant? I'm sorry, Myrokos. I didn't mean a walk. Perhaps we could go for a walk? Okay. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry. I'm fine now. So why did you come here? You wanted to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Ooh, teach you. I can teach you. We could take turns. I tell you something, then you tell me something. Sounds like fun. Sure, why not? Sounds like a bother. It will be. It will be. Where to start? Yes. Let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetheryte. I'm not going to explain, but Memnon is, so I'll have him explain instead. Meteon is accompanying you. Did I get... No, I did not. Not yet, anyway. The Aetheryte. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere, not to the ground or the other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. Okay. And what have we here? Though you look like a person, you have the ears and tail of a beast. I assume you're a familiar like Meteon. Is there something you need? This is Myrokos. Could you teach him about Elpis? Ah, a newly arrived familiar, is he? Very well. I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to him. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you too were created with the hope of making the star a better place. So heed your masters and be masters well and be good. Do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Where did you come from? From a place far, far away. From a place facing a great threat. From the Crystarium, I guess. Then probably I don't know it. I don't know much about other places. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power. I haven't told you about it. A creation? Let's find a creation. One not being watched, then I'll explain my power. Okay. Spriggans? What are Spriggans? Oh no, we call them Aureae. If there are many, if it's just one, Aureus. Though they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals and Hermes has to run after them. Oh dear. Oh, so that's why they're carrying crystals. Huh. Oh no. It's the duckbill. The judgmental duckbill. No. I don't like going into my suite in the Crystarium because this bird, when it rains, just moves in. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, this creation is perfect. I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new. Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. I can't read it, or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait, please wait, I'll try again, with you this time. Alright. Greetings, can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I am not actually speaking to you in your mind, rather you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings, even should they communicate via unknown languages or other non-verbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Huh. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are us. I thought it was just you. Your thoughts are complex, prismatic, they draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? Good. And now it's my turn again. So what are you good at? Fighting, crafting, gathering, playing. It's a secret. Generally good at fighting, though I have been known at crafting and gathering. Ooh, fighting. That must mean you're strong. Hermes is strong too, but he doesn't like to fight, even when creations fight him. It turned. It's the stair. I think we might be bothering it. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Yuanthe next. She's usually in a small building, one on the west row. Yeah, that bird stares into your soul. It is like just really, really awkward. This one should be it. Well, if it isn't Meteon, and I see you've brought a friend today. Greetings, Yuanthe. An apple. Could you make me an apple? Kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Myrokos. Oh, candied apple. Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat Meteon. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings you've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. I'm sorry, Myrokos, I wanted to show you my favorite thing, then I could ask about yours, but I failed. Tell her what you like, say nothing. Ooh, so that's what you like. Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Myrokos. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? They finished. And excellent timing. 'Twas a refreshing constitutional, I hope. What? Back already? Pity. A bit longer and we might have snuck away without you. Rude. There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Meteion good. Myrokos wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught him. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate your keeping Meteion company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that Emet-Selk and Hythlodaeus will accompany me as I tend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that he's in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Papalion. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy his presence brings Meteion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Myrokos is kind, really, truly. He taught me as much as I taught him. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes. You're bound to learn lots and lots. Okay, and coming up on my dinner time, so with that, I think I will call it quits here for this part of the Let's Play. If you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells, that way you know when I go live, because it's always better live. And with that said, I shall see you anon, friends.